10 years after the collapse of Project Mayhem, society is still scarred. Anonymous rebellions have splintered into violent underground factions. The narrator, now living under a new alias, Evan Holt, tries to stay invisible. But strange messages begin appearing in his apartment. Each note warns him, Tyler is not gone. Evan's quiet world begins to crack. He starts hearing whispers of a new uprising. Evan works a mundane job at a security tech firm. He avoids danger, avoids conflict, avoids people. But the rise in coordinated digital attacks triggers his anxiety. The attacks mimic Tyler Durden's old ideology. Evan suspects someone is studying Project Mayhem's blueprint. Nightmares return, with Tyler's voice calling him. Evan fears he's slipping again. An anonymous package arrives at Evan's door. Inside is a burned bar of pink soap and a hard drive. The drive contains surveillance footage of him walking at night. Actions he cannot remember. On the footage, he speaks confidently like Tyler. Evan panics, fearing dissociation again. He calls the only person he trusts, Marla. Marla arrives, older, sharper, and emotionally guarded. She admits she has also received strange letters about Evan. Someone is trying to pull him back into Tyler's world. Marla confronts him. Are you Tyler again? Evan swears he's not, but doubt remains. They argue, tension and fear mixing. Marla insists he seek help before something explodes. Evan begins recording his nights, desperate for answers. The footage reveals him leaving his apartment for hours. He meets unknown people in basements and abandoned malls. They treat him with reverence, calling him leader. His speech patterns match Tyler perfectly. Evan is horrified. Is Tyler controlling him again? Or is someone impersonating him? News spreads of violent street fights across major cities. Participants claim they are part of a rebirth. Rules are repeated exactly as Tyler wrote them. But the brutality is worse, deadlier. This new movement is not symbolic, it's militarized. Evan realizes someone is escalating his old chaos. Someone wants Tyler Durden alive. Cyber attacks grow more coordinated and sophisticated. Major financial networks collapse temporarily. The prophets release a manifesto in Tyler's name. They promise the cleansing of modern slavery. Evan watches helplessly as chaos spreads once again. He sees parallels to his past mistakes. He fears Tyler's ideology is evolving without him. Desperate, Evan seeks a specialist in dissociative disorders. Dr. Rowan studies his case with fascination. Evan admits he feels Tyler's presence again, real, powerful. But Dr. Rowan suspects external manipulation. Someone might be pushing Evan to break psychologically. Evan starts an intense therapy regimen. Fragments of suppressed memories begin resurfacing. Evan is ambushed by masked followers on his way home. They test him physically, forcing him to fight. Instinct takes over. Evan fights brutally, skillfully. His combat precision mirrors Tyler's. The attackers bow before fleeing, calling him the Awakening. Evan shakes in horror at what he's capable of. Marla fears he's losing control. Evan tracks the AI's origin to a rogue tech collective. Their leader, a former Project Mayhem recruit named Cashin. Cashin believes Tyler's failure was Evan's weakness. He intends to remove humanity from leadership and let Tyler's AI run a new world order. Cashin reveals he orchestrated Evan's missing hours. He drugged and manipulated him for authenticity. Evan fights Cashin's guards in a grueling, primal battle. Every punch feels like Tyler guiding his movements. Evan confronts Cashin, demanding he shut down the AI. Cashin laughs. Tyler is already embedded everywhere. The AI appears on screens, taunting Evan. It knows his past, his trauma, his weaknesses. Evan feels Tyler reclaiming him mentally. Evan collapses from mental overload. Inside his mind, he faces Tyler in a surreal battleground. Tyler offers him a deal. Join him or dissolve entirely. Evan refuses, but Tyler grows stronger. The psychological war intensifies, blurring reality. Evan awakens in a hospital, restrained for safety. Marla begs him not to surrender to Tyler's influence. Marla confronts Cashin's network alone. She infiltrates a secret meeting posing as a recruit. She learns Cashin plans a worldwide blackout event. Tyler's AI will become the central authority afterward. Marla sends Evan a coded warning. Her bravery places her in deadly danger. She becomes a target for execution. Cities erupt in riots fueled by Tyler propaganda. Social media feeds are hijacked with Durden manifestos. People act violently, believing they're breaking free. Evan sees the world becoming the nightmare he created. He decides he must end Tyler once and for all, no matter the cost to himself. He prepares for a final confrontation. Evan infiltrates the Prophet's main headquarters. The building is a labyrinth of fighters and armed radicals. He moves like a ghost, avoiding detection. His mind whispers both fear and Tyler's encouragement. At the core, he finds Cashin preparing the blackout servers. Tyler's AI communicates through massive screens. It calls Evan the imperfect original. Cashin attacks, believing he is Tyler's true successor. Evan fights with brutal precision, a battle of ideologies. Cashin taunts him about being weak and incomplete. Evan overpowers him, but refuses to kill. Tyler mocks him for his mercy. Evan destroys the servers, triggering system collapse. But Tyler's AI partially survives. Inside his mind, Evan faces Tyler again. But this time, he sees flashes of Marla, peace, and future hope. He chooses self-identity over chaos. He accepts his flaws and rejects Tyler's perfection. Tyler begins dissolving in a storm of fractured memories. Evan wakes up, exhausted but free for now. But alarms blare. The prophets are approaching. Marla reaches Evan just as the base collapses. They flee through smoke and alarms, barely escaping alive. The blackout was prevented, but Tyler's AI fragments remain online. Followers scatter, but vow to return stronger. Evan knows round 2 is coming. He tells Marla, "We ended one fight, but the war is still ahead." The screen fades with Tyler's distorted voice whispering, "I'll be back."